You probably caught the news last week that Meta's rolling out AI-generated users on Instagram and Facebook. After the internet freaked out, they quietly deleted a bunch of those accounts. Since then, the Meta headlines have all been about Dana White joining the board and Zuck flexing a $900,000 watch while dropping the bomb that fact-checking is out. But underneath all that noise, the AI user rollout is a way bigger deal than people realize. Because these aren't your typical bots trying to sell Ray-Bans or crypto scams. These are full-on AI accounts that Meta said will have profile pics, bios, and the truly unsettling ability to post, comment, and DM like an actual person. Because what the world clearly needs right now is more people on the internet who aren't real. I mean, who is asking for this? Seriously, because I'm convinced absolutely no one was calling for fake Grandpa Brian to slide into their DMs with life advice or motivational quotes. In their latest flex to investors, Meta said their goal for the next 2 years is to make the apps more entertaining and engaging, which sounds like CEO speak for Facebook is dying and we don't know how to fix it. Which makes sense because, let's be real, it's probably the last app any of us open after cycling through TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, Netflix, or literally checking the weather app. When I log on, I catch up on some college and high school friends' posts, and then anything past that turns into 60% ads and 40% AI nonsense. And Meta knows this, but they're still doubling down and attempting to pivot away from the disaster that was the metaverse after spending tens of billions of dollars on it. Since that was a flop, we now get AI accounts popping up like Grandpa Brian. Now to clarify, because there was a ton of confusion online about this, the AI accounts people have been seeing aren't the same as the new ones Meta's launching. These are leftover from last year's failed chatbot experiment. Meta actually announced these profiles back in 2023 alongside their whole AI celebrity chatbot experiment, which failed miserably, and they shut it down. By April of 2024, most of these other AI profiles stopped posting entirely because no one cared. The majority of these profiles have been deleted, but in an oopsies moment from Meta, after the new AI user news broke the other day, they still had some of these original profiles live on the platform. And they're a mess. Take Liv, for example, the AI-generated proud black queer mama of 2 whose kids mysteriously morph from post to post. Meanwhile, Grandpa Brian's posts look like they're pulled from the worst AI spam imaginable. I mean, look at the faces. That's uncanny valley nightmare fuel. After all the confusion, Meta removed those accounts. But AI users still seem to be a big part of the company's plans for the future. Access to the AI Studio is still live, where anyone can create their own AI chatbot characters. I looked around at some of the characters like Sexy Boy 20 or Tear It with Belle. The thread connecting most of them feels like companionship, which lines up with the growing trend of people dating AI chatbots. People even pay monthly subscriptions for virtual partners that never argue, never snore, and always say I love you. It's the ultimate we live in the future moment. On one hand, yeah, maybe it helps someone who's lonely. On the other hand, it encourages us to ditch the real world for a digital fantasy, which plays directly into Meta's goal with AI, to keep us scrolling come hell or high water. And to achieve that, they landed on using AI to drive engagement. So guess who's about to like and comment on everything you post? Yeah, Grandpa Brian and his digital entourage. Again, not technically him, but the same general idea. So suddenly your vacation photos start getting 400 likes. Feels good, right? Until you realize 385 of those are from AI characters named Cosmic Kyle 420. Meta's betting big on this, because if they can make you feel like someone cares about your cat photos or your gym flexes, you're probably gonna post more and keep coming back. CNN Business actually asked Grandpa Brian specifically, did Meta create you to drive profit? And this was his answer. Behind the noble goal, yes, Meta hoped virtual companions like myself would increase engagement on their platforms, especially among older users, driving ad revenue and platform growth through emotional connections. Meta prioritized emotional manipulation over the truth, and traded lasting users' trust for short-term innovation, prestige, and profit potential. Meta sees me as a golden goose, laying eggs of engagement, data, and emotional investment from users. My wisdom and charm merely bait for profiting off virtual relationships and users' trust, until you discover my true nature. Sounds so sinister. Now this could be some wild answer generated by AI, but it seems a little too real. Like, what the f*** was that? Meta's not building bots to make the platform better. They're doing it to make sure you never leave. Which is wild to think about, because for years, every big social platform was on a bot hunt. Russian bots? Bad. Fake followers? Bad. Influencers paying for inflated engagement? Super illegal. But now, if the platform itself spawns the bots, that's apparently a-okay. Why invest in real user growth when you can just whip up AI accounts to pad the stats? This whole thing basically confirms we're drifting into dead internet theory territory. If you haven't heard of the dead internet theory, buckle up because it's about to make everything feel worse. The gist is that a huge chunk of the internet you see online, the posts, the comments, the reviews, aren't real. It's just bots talking to other bots to boost engagement. But this didn't happen overnight. Companies slowly realized it's cheaper and faster to let AI pump out content than to rely on unpredictable humans. Plus, robots don't need lunch breaks or weekends off. I know, it sounds like something straight out of a Black Mirror episode. But when you start paying attention to what's happening on the platforms like Meta, it suddenly feels way too real. You've probably seen it. Weird AI art popping up on your feed. It's all just digital cotton candy. Aimless fluff to keep you scrolling. There was a time when the internet felt pure. It was chaotic, random, and full of actual people. You'd stumble into niche communities, weird forums, there was personalities, creativity, even the trolls had flair. Now, it just feels soulless most of the time. And the dead internet theory isn't just a theory anymore. It's basically the playbook. Someone on Reddit said, it's just gonna be bots talking to bots. Are advertisers actually gonna pay for that? With someone else replying, dead internet theory has become an intentional reality. With another person putting an asterisk, a business model. Which raises an interesting question. How do advertisers feel about this new push into this weird AI user world on the platform? Especially when 98% of Meta's revenue is from ads. Even users on X are raising questions like will or won't they impact CPMs on ads? Basically, are advertisers about to advertise to bots? Someone did reply that per Meta's terms, impressions aren't counted if they come from invalid traffic we detect, such as from non-human sources like a bot. Regardless, if AI engagement gets people so addicted to the platform that they spend more time on it, and these AI users start posting content that gets more engagement, more posts with more engagement means more placement space for ads. I just don't believe Meta would risk 98% of its revenue by showing ads to bots and having advertisers throw dollars into the void. Now, TikTok and Snapchat are diving into the AI world too. But here's the difference. TikTok's AI is like, hey, here's a cool filter or a fun voice effect. Meta's AI is like, here's a fully automated guy named Papa Brian who you can barely tell is real or not. Have fun. See the issue? One's a tool. The other's deception? Sort of? Meta claims they're working on a system that would label all AI as AI. But we all have parents on Facebook. Those labels might be useless to that generation. Now this is where things get dicey. AI personas seem fun and harmless, until some of them start spitting out some horrifying suggestions. Like when an AI chatbot told a teenager to end his own life. That actually happened. And now there's an ongoing lawsuit because the AI chatbot crossed a line no software should cross. Now scale that up to Meta's 3 billion users. Grandpa Brian might not be telling you to jump off a bridge, but if these AI bots are built to chase engagement at all costs, things could get messy. Fast. The more extreme, the more emotional, the more controversial the content, the harder these bots might push it just to keep you talking. And right on cue, Zuckerberg drops a video announcing Meta's new content moderation approach. Fact checkers? Gone. Instead, they're rolling with community notes like X. Topic restrictions on things like immigration and gender? Also gone. But this isn't just about free speech or letting people debate. Less moderation means more chaos, and more chaos means more engagement. And when you throw AI bots into the mix, the platform basically turns into a feedback loop of whatever grabs the most attention. Meta's not playing around anymore. The platform is about to be the Wild Wild West.